And we're good. Hey guys, and welcome back to Broken Soul Studios. I'm your host, Broken Soul. It's time for a new episode of Soulcast, a Broken Soul podcast. Guys, say hi.
Howdy.
Rabbit checking in.
We got Rabbit, we have Geronimo, and we have Jackal. We had Ferret here a minute ago, but he had to take off for a quick minute. He'll be back in a little bit. Don't worry. So, today's topic, guys, was the comic rant. We're talking about, we've all been, reading comics and doing stuff. We all big fans of all the stuff, Marvel, DC, so on and so forth. So we figured, let's take a look at some of the more weirder shit behind the scenes. Rabbit, you had one, right?
Yes, I actually have two. One for now, and we will discuss one later.
What's the one for
The
now?
first one is, I guess you could say, a bit more common, and that would be Static Shock. I mean,
Okay.
a very versatile overall, power. Very nice, very usable. Intriguing ways on how to use it. Magnetism overall is a big one that he likes to use, taking away weapons and guns and knives, crowbars, and other miscellaneous stuff, which is also very nice.
Wasn't,
You
the
know,
first, couple episodes of the show,
electricity.
Oh, sorry.
No, you good, you good. That's a nice cutoff though.
Well, I was gonna say, isn't, the first couple of episodes of the show him basically dealing with nothing but, almost pure magnetism?
In a sense, yes. It's static electricity, so
Yeah.
it's a very weird way to put it. Very weird power at the start, but overall can be overall versatile in general. One, of course, magnetism and using it to turn lights off and powers and overload everything. Now, I didn't get too much in depth with it, as to per se how he recharges himself and such, but uh, being able to use it any way you can practically imagine is nice. It's really only a limit of your imagination if you think about it, because at that point, what can't you do with the power of electricity at your hands?
Yeah. I actually saw
He makes radios for crying out loud and
Oh, yeah.
work and makes it work.
I actually saw him once play tic-tac-toe while he was waiting for Batman outside of a building.
Exactly. He's very intriguing. I mean, it's heat, pure power at his fingertips, and I don't even know what he calls it, but he has a board that he can manipulate and ride.
Oh yeah,
Like
I don't know what
how
it's
do you
called.
do that with just pure
Hmm.
I mean
That
that's
is very
pure.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I think he calls it the hover disc.
That's what he calls it. That's right. And it's cool to, be able to think and do something of that sort, and be able to find that and use a power so raw, but use it at such a fine tune and make it work.
So it's like a very versatile
Does that
power
make
that he
sense?
could use, right?
It is, if you really look into it. I mean, I'm to a point where I couldn't find anything that he really couldn't do.
You know, there's actually the
I
same thing
mean,
with
well, I
Spider-Man.
mean,
They have not found a limit to his strength yet, actually. People have tried, but they still have not found a limit to what he can do.
and that's very fair. I mean, him and him. I mean, it's a spider. Can he potentially, one at some point have venom like a Black Widow or a Brown Recluse or any other poisonous spider out there in
Well,
the world?
what kind of spider was it that he got bit by that ended up being radioactive? What spider were they using again?
They
Because
never.
I don't
I know they talked about what
remember.
I know they said what kind of spider it was that they were experimenting on back at the labs that he got bit by. I just
It's
don't remember which one. Because
and that in itself is very interesting
also
as
depending
well
on
too.
what version of Spider-Man you're talking about, he either got a good amount of the DNA or some of the DNA, if not all of the DNA from Spider.
And that's just where the multiverse itself comes in.
Yeah.
It's a matter of
like just which
what's gonna
version
happen,
you want to talk about. Because
and
technically, with Spider-Man, there's Man Spider, which is literally just a bunch of spiders with Peter Parker's consciousness taking his like shape, I guess. It's
Spider
yeah,
all just
Ham.
spiders.
and
Yeah.
Spider-Ham is a big one, yes. Miles Morales is, of course, one of the big ones right now, along with Peter Parker's with No Way Home out,
Peter
Yeah.
Parker.
and
Yeah.
it's just it's interesting to think that what they even showed in that movie, spoiler alert, if y'all have yet to see it, the fact that Tobey Maguire doesn't need web fluid, like they fascinate over that in
Yeah.
the in the show,
Yeah.
or I
Because
mean in the movie, I should say.
even in the comics, I think there's one Spider-Man who didn't need to make his own web slingers. I think it's the original Spider-Man, so just like Tobey Maguire's. I don't
which
think he needed the web slingers.
which is of course our original Spider-Man growing up.
Yeah.
Still my favorite. You can't go wrong with Tobey Maguire. Great actor, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no.
Um,
I must say
you
though,
know,
what was it? The second one or third one
Andrew
wasn't that
Garfield.
wasn't
Andrew
as good.
Garfield.
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
from the Tobey Maguire series. It's the second or
I
third
mean,
one
the
wasn't
the third
as good
one
as the original as the other two.
was the third one was pretty bad. I can agree to that. The second one wasn't too bad.
No.
Third one with Venom, Sandman, and everyone coming in all at once. It was just a bit much. It got pretty annoying.
Yeah.
I still
So,
got confused on the
other than
second
that,
film on how he was losing his powers. I still have no idea how that works, and I saw the movie recently, like maybe a couple weeks ago.
yeah, they didn't go
So
into too much detail into that in the
what I
movie.
was
A lot
speculating
of
what
the
was happening
comics, I think it
was
does.
what's it called? Actually, if y'all watch film theory, they did a theory about this because actual spiders when they get depression, which is very interesting, spiders can get depression. They can't spin webs, and they just lose all their strength. So pretty much they're like a human when they get depression. They just can't muster their strength to do anything really.
So they
And that's pretty much
essentially.
Huh.
what was going on with Peter was that what's it called?
So when they made the
Since
movie,
he's
they
Oh,
going through
basically
his
took
midlife
inspiration from actual
crisis.
spider science. Huh.
Yeah, so because he was the reason he believed he was the reason Uncle Ben died. He believed he is the reason why uh Osborn died and his friend died. Like he's the reason
well,
why like
that
all the
that
people he
goes
cared
in.
about, that's
That makes sense though.
like the reason why he lose all of that is because he believed he was the reason like all the people he cared about died,
Yeah,
which
that is
made
true.
which just put him down a spiral and just he couldn't web up or use his strength and shit.
Which in turn makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting to think about that. People can go into so much detail, and if you don't know or brush up on it, that you can just overlook a great detail like that.
Hmm.
It's nice to know that they care about what they make and how they make it.
Like what Like I know this is going off topic, but SpongeBob made by an actual marine biologist.
Oh, don't get me started on that
Yes.
shit, dude. Like it would just piss me off
Well,
what
I
they're doing
mean,
nowadays.
I don't. I'm
I
not gonna
mean,
get about what they're doing about it. I'm just going back to like how it was with like everything that he created. All the characters were like fish accurate
Yeah.
at best they can be with being bipedal and walking and shit. Having feet and crap.
Understood. Understood.
But they're all like those fish that were there.
Yeah, I mean, look at the. I'm also gonna again off topic again, but look at the movie, the Disney movie Brave. I heard they had to study 12 years to figure out the physics for her hair alone. So like,
that's insane to think about for people to go into so much detail about
Yeah.
creating a fictional world
exactly.
and for
Hell,
it to just be uh, a- accurate, very amazing, very um, I guess you can say authentic with Brave. The detail that they put into it, which is something you can't ever take away from.
yeah. Remember
Hmm.
Avatar? They
Um,
spent like a good what decade and a half on that one too.
oh, the
Avatar.
Tom Clancy.
uh,
Okay, so
blue,
the blue
the
peoples.
the blue
Yeah,
people, yes,
Yeah, no, yeah, I heard they took a lot of time figuring out
and,
stuff for
and
that.
and even taking a lot of time with this second film, which I do hope is very good.
They're
You
actually
know,
making a second film.
well, yes, they are doing a second film. That's what they've been doing for the past. How
12
long has it
years?
been?
I think it's been 12 years. It's been a while.
It has been a while, and it's.
Sorry about
I
that.
think it'll be good. But
Did you
back
hear
to
they're
the
making a game
topic of how
actually?
versatile. Which one?
They're making
Yes,
an
they did. They
Avatar
did. It was
game for
very.
PS5.
It was terrible. Don't
No,
play it.
a new one, a brand new open world PS5 game.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how
Yeah,
I feel
look up the
about that.
trailers. It's actually like it's interesting to me. Like it's like because it's like you're one of the blue guys and you're traveling from village to village, like discovering all these different. It's almost like one of those open world side quest mission things. You know?
Uh, I feel like they're gonna try and do something like Zero, or I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn, and it's just not gonna be as good as what it should be.
I feel like that.
Horizon Zero Dawn is good, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's gonna be along that concept. I mean, there's a first time for practically anything.
Yeah.
Um, Granted,
Yeah. I mean, like
we'll see what
A
happens.
lot of originality is becoming very hard to come by nowadays.
I
exactly.
mean, and that's fair. I mean, there is a lot of original things
Like,
for us
so much
growing
original
up. You
content
know,
coming out when we're yeah. But now
so it
everything's a
was.
lot of remake the same thing since it sold well and it should keep probably selling well. Like look at Call of Duty, they've been making the same fucking game for the past 10 years, if not more.
Dude, I know. Believe me, I know how you feel. Call of Duty has not gotten better in a long
It
time.
started degrading actually.
It did, and that's just something to think about. But I guess back to the topic of Static Shock being very versatile in himself
Yeah, that's
as
good.
a character.
We got pretty far off. But
He
yes.
Magnetism.
I'm well, just not just that, but how he uses it for
Well,
radios.
because you have to think of static electricity. Static electricity is in magnets. Magnets generate static electricity, and it's also just around everywhere. So pretty much, his power is it's reasonable that it's very versatile because static
Um,
electricity is pretty much found from anything, everywhere.
Even
You
humans
rub
generate
two
Oh,
static
yeah.
certain things, you can
electricity.
make static electricity at some point. Like what when
and
you like
it's not
take the
and
old
it's not
example.
hard to come by, like you
Yeah,
said.
take the old example of socks on carpet, and then you're going to zap someone.
But what was it? When you take a balloon that's blown up and rub it on your hair,
Yeah,
same
you're
concept.
generating static electricity right there.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun.
It's
Honestly, I love
it's
doing
so
that.
interesting to use, and it's fun. It gets a good kick out of it for the kids as well. Stuff like that.
Or
So I'm
us.
very
Favorite thing's
fun
always
to freak them out.
always socks carpet zap.
Oh, that was always fun to do.
It's still fun to do. What you
And
talking about?
We're a bunch
I
of
said
20-year-old
always. I never
children,
said I
dude.
stopped. I mean, it's just something different. But Static Shock is just. I don't know how I would rate his like overall him being powerful. I guess you could say. Like how he would do like against Superman or against Batman. I know that he's very.
All you need is rubber.
I mean, even then though, like there's
Electricity
got to be
cannot come
something you
through
can do.
rubber. Rubber is his ultimate weakness. Remember,
Yeah.
he's pretty much just electricity. So
That's-
if you wear a rubber suit, you're pretty much immune to all his attacks.
Exactly. I mean, very easy weakness, sadly.
And
But
Batman, knowing him,
Or
he's
two.
wearing 5 inches rubber boots.
Oh.
He's wearing some raised 5 inch boots that are made out of rubber.
And that's fair.
That's just his normal outfit. It's just rubber.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he end up getting a car too that he did something, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh fucking
I
hell!
don't
Just
remember, to be honest.
in a car.
I mean, he can.
Most people say like during a thunderstorm, if you're out in the open, stay in your car
Exactly. I mean, he's a.
because you got rubber wheels, and like if you get struck by a bolt of lightning by chance, you won't die.
Most
But
likely,
yeah,
yes.
I rate
very
his
low.
versatility / usefulness, really high up there. But actual power wise,
It's
it's very easy to counter with how basic his thing
it
is.
is, and that's what sucks. But everyone has to have at least one flaw.
Yeah.
Not everyone can
Why
be
didn't they do that
Superman
with
or
Electro?
Green Lantern.
Yeah, why didn't they do that with
Well,
Electro from fucking Spider Man?
Actually,
Rubber.
I mean, he's kind of just pure energy though. Like he's
That
not.
is true. He's more energy than electricity.
He's
yeah.
you know
That is
what,
true because he
rather
draws
than
energy.
being a conductor, he's just energy itself.
Yeah.
That's something hard to. That's just a different sense right there. Which, don't get me wrong, I still think Static Shock could win against Electro in his own way. How? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I
I
mean,
think
at that point, he controls electricity,
yeah. Well, here's a quick question.
so
Kind of like
it'd be very interesting.
yeah.
Peep peep.
So kind of switching off. Who was your other
You-
character you wanted to talk about besides Static Shock?
John Constantine.
I have a really strong respect
One of
for
my
John
favorite
Constantine, honestly.
characters.
I feel like he is
Oh,
more powerful than even Superman at
he
sometimes.
he
He's I think he's considered the strongest wizard
he. No,
in
actually, he is
Marvel.
classified as the weakest lizard. What makes him
Lizard.
so strong is how
That's what it was.
cunning
Yeah,
he
this is
is. It's how
uh,
he is able to use what he has, and he is just something else too, to be able to trick, you know, God and the devil to,
his dad himself.
and he is just. Let me put it this way: when you get Batman to follow your orders, that says a lot in itself. I
Actually, it
mean,
does.
you
Even
know,
Superman
Bruce
can't even
Wayne,
do that.
Batman, whatever you feel like calling him, he is.
Damn,
It's
Jesus,
something
he has
else.
so many powers. Oh, my computer. Okay.
Oh, dude, he is.
I will say
And,
here I could read off his powers right
oh,
now.
dude, there's so many.
Average.
It's. I mean,
So
it's
he has
a.
average human physical characteristics. He has hypnosis, dowsing, scrying, illusion creation,
What are you talking about?
extrasensory perception,
Constantine.
astral projection, exorcism / spiritual purification,
Oh,
genius intelligence, social influence, telepathy, memory manipulation. He could bring himself and or others into other realms such as the
who
green.
is this?
Sleep manipulation that even works in elemental forces, probability manipulation, and fate manipulation with synchronicity waves. I mispronounced that. Resistance to telepathy and possession, various other magic / energy manipulation, teleportation, attack reflection, can rip open portals to the astral plane, force field creation, and magic resistance. Because of protection circles, illusion creation. We already did that one. Resistance, nope, that's already there. Ice
Who is
manipulation,
this again?
BFR to other realities. I don't know what that stands for. Curse
Um.
manipulation, sealing, can summon demons, spirits, angels, jinns, and other magical creatures.
Yes, he.
He's one of the more
And,
stronger
and
characters.
he is. I mean, sh- if you really think about it, not a lot of that is really used
He
as a
doesn't
weapon,
use it.
though.
Yeah, he doesn't use them as weapons. He uses them
He
like to his advantage to make it easier to perform his task.
now. I'm not gonna say he has other base spells that he can't use. He's still very strong and
Yeah.
useful, and how he thinks and reacts. I was actually listening to a guy describe him, and he's a character that is goes with the flow, legitimately goes with the flow, and can, if he has to be at some place at some time, he is there because that's where he needs to be, and
Was that
he
Variant
basically
Comics?
has luck on his side.
Did you
Can
look
I
it up from?
interject real quick or something?
Yeah.
My Discord said this has been going on since 12/31/1969.
What?
Huh?
I have a screenshot. I'm gonna send it in the Discord. Just take a
I
peek
want to
at
see
when.
this.
I'm very confused. What?
look in the Discord, and it says
Ongoing call
podcast.
12/31/1969.
Holy shit!
Yeah. How long have we been doing this podcast?
how
all I'm
old?
saying is that didn't happen until we started talking about John Constantine. So that's just the power he has.
Well, isn't his father also Satan?
Is he? I thought he was just.
No, it is not. While he does have demon blood in him, it is not. His dad is not Satan.
Oh wait, no, it is not.
Is that a demon
That's
though?
right.
Or
Thomas Constantine.
I
Wasn't
like
he just a
how
druggie?
this is fucking Reddit, and it's over here Jackal looking shit up.
Oh, dude. I did some research on this.
Oh, dude, I
Quite a
research
bit.
things all the time, even if I already know what they are. Just to make sure I got my facts right.
I do the
And
same
also-
sometimes
Oh,
myself.
dude, it's he.
Yeah, so his father's the reason why Constantine has magic, kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a
Well,
very weird thing to say because in the older comics, it was his sister that taught him a little bit of magic.
But with knowing his
And-
father, it says his father was found a spell.
Yeah,
After his rockstar career, New York to learn under one of the greatest mages. Also, so for the DC wiki themselves, the DC database, not even a wiki. You know, it's a wiki.
I'm
What's
on
it
the
called?
that.
It says that He's pretty much learned it himself, and then in Europe, and then before he moved to New York to learn under one of the greatest mages in the world called Nick Necro.
Necro.
which is
What a
one of
name.
his
Yeah.
best friends. If I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken,
what a
no,
name.
Necro.
Like that's a bad name right there.
It is Nick Necro, Zantana, and
Yeah, because
John Constantine
Zantana
had a
was-
love triangle.
Zantana was
What?
Can't remember.
10-4 Geronimo.
What was I gonna say? Zantana fell more towards John, and they left Nick out. Well, Nick then kind of became a bad guy, I guess you could say, or someone
I
who
would-
strongly disliked John.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Very
Apparently, it was like we all loved each other, but you two chose each other and left me out. I think I'm kind of quoting him. I think.
yes, exactly, and he kind of felt bad about that. He kind of felt bad, I guess you could say, and it's very weird how that kind of turned out because he got one of his best friends as a villain,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Well, what friendship isn't weird at some point? I mean, hell, look at ours.
That's fair.
That's fair. Me and Jackal have had.
I don't doubt that.
Neither do I. Jackal.
Nothing to say, Jackal.
Besides the point,
Oh
the
God.
fact that he isn't denying it. Because she watches
he's
this.
speaking. Oh, he's speaking the whole truth. That's why I haven't said
He
anything.
hits me, I'm going to beat your ass.
You heard this first. It's domestic violence, people.
We are
If I
never.
talk about a bruise I have,
Oh
we
my.
are
heard
never.
it first,
I'm saying this
domestic
now.
violence.
We are never sending this to Ferret's girlfriend ever.
Oh, I already sent it to her. You're cutting this out, by the way.
Ooh,
no, he ain't.
He better.
ooh, you can edit this out.
I don't know.
Still, though,
Edit this part out,
that
or I jizz in his pudding.
Okay, I might keep
Oh,
that part in
God.
because that's funny.
Just
Oh,
leave
yeah.
it in, no context.
You know, I'll edit the part where you said. Okay. I'll say
and we'll
coffee.
put something totally more inappropriate to make it more realistic.
Yeah, we hope
damage.
Oh, perfect, perfect. That was perfect.
Yes, it was.
Anyways, back to Constantine. So who else is gone? Has it just been Rabbit.
It's just been Rabbit the whole time. You want to go, Ferret?
It's been me. I've gone through Static Shock, and now we're on John, which
I'll
is
let him finish.
can't go wrong with John Constantine as a character.
He can
Dude,
never go
Especially
wrong with John
super
Constantine.
about Keanu Reeves.
Dude, when you are Batman's
Dude.
secret weapon, like you know you're a badass.
Yeah.
I mean, he fun fact about his house, which I did not know this until after doing research. The house that he won off of what's that god? He won it off of poker.
Yeah.
A game of poker.
Can't
Honestly?
poker with the god. I can't remember who.
Yes, he won it off of a game of
I,
poker.
but I know
That's
who
how
you're talking
insane this guy is.
about. Yeah.
But the fact that his house can literally, whoever has been in it, he can summon to protect him and his house.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he has a whole army of people there to protect his house that can be summoned, and if his house feels in danger or something is wrong, it can then regenerate.
I was gonna say, isn't that house like sentient?
I'm actually not too sure.
Oh, Jackal.
I can do.
Huh.
Yeah, that's Jackal. You're on your PC.
Also,
Oh,
on
what?
my phone, so are we looking
What?
up?
Is John Constantine's house sentient?
His house is very. It's odd, I guess you could
John
say.
Constantine.
Not odd,
House.
Alfred. Strange.
I know how to spell.
Same.
Yeah, the house is a sentient living being. It is virtually indestructible and can fix any damage done to it. The house is virtually a realm that has of monsters and organisms which John uses as his personal demonic army.
That's dope as fuck.
Exactly.
And it's labeled as
House
the
of
House of
Mystery.
Mysteries.
There you go. I could
the
not
hell
think
is
of the
it?
name
House
of
of
it.
Mystery exists as a location in the DC universe simultaneously in Kentucky and the Dreaming.
You're on the Hellblazer
It's
wiki.
in Kentucky.
Dude,
Of course it's Kentucky.
the Hellblazer, John
Kentucky is known
Constantine
for like
himself.
three things.
The fact that he's
He
living
is scary as as a character. He is genuinely scary.
Isn't
Yeah.
he the leader of
As,
Justice League Dark?
you know,
Like the magic part of
So-
it?
Can I?
I think so.
Yes, and that's something else I was going to bring up that they did. The fact that they created 3 villains for John, and John states to them that they are the weakest people he has ever faced. Like, how do you compete with that? 3 common villains that always come at you, and then John tells you that you are just a nuisance.
Can
Team
I
Rocket?
point out that it is labeled for his weakness? He is afraid of needles, and he used to have a terminal lung cancer.
Yeah.
Yes, but
he had
that-
cancer.
But he tricked the demon.
Two
Yeah.
demons.
No, he tricked the demon into curing it, but he is still afraid of needles.
Yes.
Those pictures are scary.
Hey,
Hey,
doctors
12
suck.
gauge needle. All
dude.
right.
Doctors suck. What's stuff wrong with you? That's how they get you.
Jokes on them. There's always stuff wrong with me.
Jokes on them.
Oh my god.
But
guys.
yeah, very I didn't even get to brush up on that fun fact. He is another fun fact. He has a demon that literally just hangs around the house and is completely useless. I can't think of the demon's name.
Honestly, is
Etrigan?
that me?
Is it not Etrigan?
It is not Etrigan.
Estrogen?
It's not Etrigan. He has one at his house.
Really?
Yes, and he's just there, and he doesn't do anything because he considers himself useless compared to what the house can do and what John can do. So he's just there chilling.
To be honest, I mean, when you look at something like that, like, you know what? I could terrorize this guy, but shit, look what he has to deal with on a daily basis. Where's the bar?
It's honestly though, I mean, he is a really cool character overall. And fun fact, Keanu Reeves did state that he would like to play John Constantine again in the second part.
Honestly, that'd be dope.
But he wanted to do it, but I don't think the creators were going to because, well,
Money.
who does what not only that, it just I don't think the views got what it was needed, and it's kind of try making a movie like that now about an exorcism or an exorcist. You know, it's I feel like that be looked down
No
upon. You
offense,
know,
but there's a lot
I
of
mean
there's some movies on Exorcist, there's some films on Stepsis. It doesn't matter.
but it's the fact that he's using a godly power. You know, he uses a religion. You know,
He get
how would that
canceled.
go? And you know, and
Bullshit.
that's what would suck.
Yeah, that's just how a lot of things go
And I hate
nowadays.
that because the John Constantine as a character though he is phenomenal.
Yes, I actually
Phenomenal
heard a theory
character,
once
well
saying that
written.
he is actually beyond God if he were to apply himself just that little bit more.
I mean, I
Yeah,
wouldn't go that far
Well,
because
his
I read
strength
it
is
somewhere.
really like up there. He's tricked, like you said, God himself
Didn't he
and
trick
the
God and the
devil.
devil?
Yes, he's tricked both. Um, he he doesn't have omnipotence, which is good, I guess, or
He's already
bad. I
strong
don't know
enough.
how you want to see it. He's clouded by basic human emotions, if that's how you would put it.
The man smokes and
But he
drinks
pretty
like
much
there's
has,
no tomorrow.
yeah, but he pretty much has unlimited strength
Yeah,
to do
for the
whatever the
most
fuck he
part,
wants. Like if he wanted
yeah,
to, he could probably take over the whole Earth with his demon army from his House of
Oh, probably.
Madness or House of Mysteries. I
Just
should
open
say.
the door, sick him.
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Actually, I
He
know what
is,
his biggest weakness is.
needles.
Batman knows the biggest secret. Just you get a giant needle.
No,
I mean, I don't know. That's
Zatanna's
very hard to
thighs.
do when you're John Constantine, though.
Zatanna's thighs.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not necessarily wrong. Just
That's
as
all y'all's weaknesses. Fuck.
they don't need to know this, dude. They don't need to know this.
Dude, it's every man's weakness.
What?
Oh, dude, it is. But I mean, I think Zatanna got the magic touch on John.
She got it on everybody, dude.
Dude, imagine the shit they do to each other in bed.
Dude, it's
Fucking magic.
I don't know if I had to pick a character to fight so far out of Static Shock or John Constantine, I'd pick Static Shock. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not fighting John
Big-
Constantine.
Just like
big
he
rubber
looks at you.
suit.
I surrender.
Exactly.
Big rubber
Like,
suit.
how do you fight a man who is?
What
You
you
could
do is you lead him
practically-
into a hospital and get all the
See,
needles you can.
that's the thing though. You won't be fighting him. He'll just be playing mind games with you. End up fighting.
Here's what you do. Hey, are you John Constantine? Yeah. Here's $20. Go buy some liquor and just say you lost the fight. Okay. See you later, mate. Bye.
Honestly, he would do that.
Yeah,
that is something he would
He
do.
legit would do that. That's exactly what he would do.
Then there you go.
As the way his character is, yeah, that makes sense. And don't forget, he is a massive chain smoker, which is
Yeah, he's a big chain.
You know,
He's an
why he had
alcoholic
long
chain
fingers.
smoker.
he is.
I vibe with that.
And I heard a fun fact that in America he smokes Marlboro and Camels, and
Ooh.
there's another one that
Okay.
he smokes constantly because he can't find it.
He smoked the expensive ones.
He does.
Dude, Camel Crush, dude.
That's probably why he's always broke. He goes for the
Honestly.
expensive cigarettes.
Tyler, Phil.
Does he even have a job? Does he
He
even make
is-
a living?
I mean-
I think he used to be. No, did he used to be a detective?
he is still
I don't
classified as a detective. Yes.
Yeah, but didn't he used to work as a detective until Satan or whatever came into his house or something?
Something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I might be going off the movie if I'm
you're
being
fine.
honest.
Well,
You're fine.
I'm not entirely. I know that he is still classified as a detective, but he is.
I know in the comics.
I
he
think
was
in the
a
movie they're
detective,
based
I believe.
more off of an exorcist, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's so. By the way, highly recommend the movie. Great movie.
Yes.
In my
I
opinion.
need to watch
Very,
it.
Oh
I haven't
man,
seen it yet.
I gotta
No,
rewatch it again.
Jackal,
I haven't
come
seen it in a
over. We'll
while.
watch it together. We'll get some popcorn.
Dude,
We'll
it's
snuggle, and then
such a
I'll
good
hide from your
movie.
girlfriend when she comes to kill me
There's
for
one thing
snuggling
I
with
can't
you.
wait for right now. This is going to the hero thing because this is going to lead into my hero real quick.
My Hero
That's
Academia.
No, like the
understood.
hero I want, like some of the heroes I want to talk about.
Well, what's up, man?
What's it called? I don't know if y'all heard about this recently, but some new characters are coming to Marvel. You know, in the new half.
Who?
One of them being
Oh, there's
Adam Warlock. If you know him by chance, who Adam Warlock is,
I know
that
of him.
sounds
know-
very familiar.
you'll know that it's really good because I'm pretty sure it would have been better if they brought him in sooner because if y'all don't know the backstory of Adam Warlock, he's created to wield the Infinity Gauntlet, like to wield all Infinity Stones.
Ooh, yeah, they should have brought him in sooner because the Infinity Gauntlet is destroyed and so are the stones right now.
Yeah, well, because he was birthed with the Soul Stone, I believe.
I remember this guy now.
In his universe.
Wasn't he also like the son of Thanos, or am I getting my facts wrong?
No, he was completely created from scratch, not like birthed, like created.
Oh, okay.
Not birthed.
Yeah,
Like-
he is a creative being,
Yeah,
and he is. Isn't he stronger, if I'm not mistaken, than
he is
Thanos?
absolutely he is way stronger than Thanos.
You know, is stronger than most characters, I guess you could say.
Yes, he's one of the strongest characters in the whole Marvel universe. He's stronger than Doctor Strange.
Oh,
He's
don't forget to put spoiler alerts on this grid, because there's gonna be some spoiler
Yeah.
alerts by how we are talking.
Oh, no worries.
he's the strongest character, or one of the strongest characters in the whole Marvel universe. With the absolute one being the one above all, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
God himself, who
One
took the
above
form
all?
of Tony Stark at one point.
I mean, I don't know. Oh no, I'm thinking of DC
No,
now.
like
Golly.
no, the one above all is legit just God in their universe. Like he's like the one who created their universe, like created everything, like the multiverse, everything. The one above all is like pretty much the people who made
I
the
was,
comics. Pretty much, yeah. I think of it
that's
that
right.
way.
Yeah,
The one above all is literally the
which makes
creators
sense.
in the comic. But we all know the absolute strongest characters, Deadpool by far.
I thought it
He's
was
destroyed the
Betty
whole
White.
Marvel universe. He even killed the creators.
No, the strongest is Squirrel.
Tyrannus, she is one of the strongest characters to actually
It's-
exist, which is very surprising.
I don't like that you said that, because the fact that we know that as a strong character and a character
Because we're all
that is
nerds.
useful in ways makes no sense. I don't
Like legit,
understand
Squirrel is
sometimes.
like one of the strongest characters, which is very weird.
Oh, God.
How do you? I
Fucking
mean, Spider-Man is cool. You know, that makes sense. Squirrel Girl.
she has the
Huh?
she has the bestest friend ever, Jeff the Land Shark.
Yee.
I just don't understand how you just.
How she's that
What were
strong.
you on when you named this character? Like, that's what I'm curious
I
about.
mean, arm fall off, boy.
Like
Hell,
She
matter
is-
eater lad.
strong as fuck.
Dog welder.
Fucking. Fuck,
I will say they have
Dark Welder,
detachable kid.
forearms.
They have the detachable kid
There's some fucked up names out there, dude.
with his ability being fucking. Oh, and I don't think it's Marvel, but like this is just a superhero called the Detachable Kid, like TDK. I think he's from DC actually. Yeah, Suicide Squad. That's what I'm thinking from.
You know, there's,
TDK.
How?
there's even a
Fucking
squad
his
of
name is-
robotic animals that are heroes.
Yes.
Fucking Throg.
There
Yes.
is.
Throg. Don't get me started. What's it called? The horse version.
Oh, I forgot his name.
I can't
Horse?
remember his name either, but he's really popular at one.
Porky Pig.
Porky Pig.
Oh no, what was that one name?
Peter
I still
Porker.
can't get over
Is it-
Throg though.
Peter Porker. No, there's a.
The horse
I
of
remember
war.
Marvel DC. No, it's a kid that died in a boat, but he wasn't in a boating accident with his father and other people, but he wasn't supposed to die. Kid Eternity, that's his name. They don't
Kid
even say his
Eternity.
name. They just call him Kid. They don't say his name. Just call
That's
him
kind
Kid.
of upsetting.
When he says eternity, he has the abilities to turn into a ghost and summon anybody who's died ever. Like anybody.
I've heard of
Ooh.
him.
He can
That
fly
sounds
or
interesting.
Dude, he's I know a bunch of old random ones, so yeah.
Here's
Sorry
a
about
really
that if
random old power.
I'm just like
All
But-
throwing
super,
out- most-
here's
most
a
people I
random
was-
power Superman had. He would literally just thrust his hand forward, and a mini Superman would come out and punch the bad guy.
Oh, shoot, mini Superman.
Yes,
Dude, he's had
I
so many
remember
powers. He had hypnotism.
hearing something
He
about
could do
that.
that. Originally, he couldn't even fly, but he can fly now. What was a weird one?
Pure
He had some
nepotism.
other weird fucking.
We can just look up weird superheroes, and do you know how
Oh
many
yeah,
pop up?
what's
Wasn't
it called?
there pink kryptonite that made him gay?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why people get so pissed off about it.
Honestly, it is what it is at that point. You know, the fact that they made something weird like that. I mean, in the
I mean,
news,
if you want to get
uh,
really weird about Superman, he had a machine in the Fortress of Solitude that would turn people black.
What?
Yeah, I'm not
why
joking. That
did
was
you have
actually
to bring
published.
that?
He has a
Why did you have
machine.
to bring that up? Yes, he
had
did, but
the
why? Why? The
He has the weirdest shit.
you know, our 5 listeners don't need to know about that. Okay.
Or fuck.
You
Dude,
acknowledge
don't be
it
too generous,
finally.
Like 3.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You acknowledge.
Because you've been saying like,
Dude,
oh,
no,
when we
but-
get big, when we get big. Fucker, we only got like 4 or 5 people listening to this shit.
They do though. Do they actually though?
I don't know.
I swear.
Dude, how many views do you get per video? That's
Roughly,
not us.
nowadays, roughly like maybe 10 per video.
Oh, hey, that's like, you know, the 5 viewers plus us.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got to start somewhere. We're gonna get big, and it's just gonna be like, dude, those old videos, God, what the fuck were we doing?
Honestly,
No,
dude, I
these
really hope we
videos
do
are
get
gonna be
big. I
good
just need more exposure. That's all we need.
And we'll get it. I mean, it's just a matter of time. People are
You
going to
think that
realize
one-
that
Yeah. Guys, I feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like as soon as
of us
I
and being able to it's the fact that we're very versatile in just about everything we do.
pretty much.
Well,
The fact that we talk about anime, DC Comics, and hopefully one day me, you, and
Ferret.
Geronimo get to make a sports podcast.
Oh,
Something
yes.
small, not necessarily big. You know, a few updates here and there on what goes on.
To be honest, I feel like
Nothing
once
crazy.
we get that situation we've all been talking about, once we get that taken care of, I feel like we can kind of work from there. I mean, honestly, dude, like we could have people like, hey, like we can advertise this shit, put it on the sides of our cars, drive down through downtown, wherever city we're in, and I'm pretty sure somebody would be curious, be like, what's that? Let's look it up. Oh, hey, this is funny. Hey, Joe, look at this. Oh, cool. Let me tell Ted. You know?
What I think would be smart to do is to put a QR code. That way they just scan it instead of searching it. Because sometimes when I search Broken Soul Studios, it doesn't pop up as often. So I have to
Yeah,
go
that's
through all my
a-
channels and find it and listen to it.
Yeah, that's a thing. I don't know how to make a QR code, but I'll see if I can figure out how to do it.
And that's what Ferret is for. Ferret,
Yes.
get on the job. Do it, and we can just put it all over the city.
Oh, please.
Just
Fucking Spider-Man,
spider.
Miles Morales and shit, just stickers everywhere.
Slap it on like the billboards. Yes, that'd
Can
be
we?
great. It's a possibility.
I say we do it, man. Let's put it in hospitals, churches,
No.
playgrounds.
Let's put it in hospitals and have them listen about John Constantine being, you know, making deals with the devil. Yeah, let's do that.
Put him on a church.
That's exactly what we need to do.
No. We gotta put on a church. Church.
I love you,
No,
asshole.
we send
so
one to the
much.
Pope. That's what we do. We send it to the Pope.
No, not the Pope. Not the
Dude.
Pope. I have too much respect for the Pope.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
Can I do a little sidetrack real quick about the Pope?
Go.
Real quick,
Huh?
I just want to say, do y'all know how they like what they do if the Pope gets injured or like if he's like sick and he dies?
What?
Mm.
So what happens is if they like try to wake him up and he doesn't wake up and like or something happens and they're trying to like see is he dead? What they do is they take a little tiny gold hammer and like bop him on the head 3 times or like they bop him on the head like tick, tick, tick. Hey Pope, bopping him on the head. And if he doesn't
Anyone
respond,
Why?
then he's dead. And then they pick the next Pope.
Why would you say that about?
It
I'm gonna be
is
honest.
fucking
That
If
that
it's
is
facts,
my
if
religion,
it's facts,
mine
they
and
can't
brokerage,
get.
and the fact that you
I'm
said
not
that kind
lying.
of sucks because I do know that.
I
I know you're
remember
not
hearing
lying.
about that. I don't remember
Dude,
when I heard
that's
about it, but I heard about it before. Where they fucking tink tink tink.
it's
You alive?
you know what the fact is it works, doesn't it?
It does.
Until you get one guy that wants to be the Pope real bad, and he just gets like a fucking roofing mallet and just.
Oh my god, dude, that's so messed up.
Fucking roofing mallet.
Look who. Okay, Rabbit, take a second. Look in the group chat. Just look at-
I understand, but the you're not wrong. But
Rabbit's mad at me. Help.
it's great. That's great though. The fact that you know that is funny and can just put that into perspective.
I'm dying.
Rabbit's coming to visit me tomorrow.
Toss
He's
it
gonna
in
beat
there.
my ass.
Oh, dude, dude, imagine just back on John Constantine. Just imagine him going up to the Pope. What
You
I
alive?
would love to see that.
what would be the reaction?
I
That's my thing.
well,
Like
if,
with John or like with that'd be
I
funny.
feel like
That'd be
John
something
would
else.
pop
Honestly,
up and be very respectful to him about it, and then like after he leaves, just like that was fun. Now I'm gonna go smoke a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
yeah, go drink a bottle and smoke about 4 packs.
Yeah, about fucking 4 packs and a bottle of fucking Jack Daniels or some shit.
yep.
John Constantine though is just something
Can you
else.
stop
I can
vaping
go
going
on
on?
for
I hear myself
hours.
when I listen to it, and it just sounds so fucking stupid.
Wait, what?
I was like, I need to stop vaping when we do these because like I vape and I talk and I forget like it sounds weird. So when I listen to the podcast, I just hear my voice go from very deep to very, very high pitch again.
How often do you guys listen to the podcast?
When I get
I
bored
haven't
at
been
work.
listening to it lately. I've been kind of, other stuff. Of
If I'm
course.
just going in for office duties, I'll put it on while I'm fixing stuff or cleaning stuff or setting stuff up.
Yeah.
But if I'm on moves, I can't listen to stuff until we get into the car and we're heading back.
Understood. Dude, I listen to We Sorry
And that's
so much
fair.
and I laugh every time because that one's with me, Rabbit, and Ferret, and I just laugh my ass off. Especially when we get to that to the to the crocodile plushies.
Oh man. And the fact is that we need to come up with like certain bits, of course, that we can make our own.
Yeah, we will.
Give it
And-
time. We just give it time on that one.
Soundboard. We need a unique soundboard.
Oh,
we have
Jackal.
fucking. No, so we have Jackal.
Mega faggot.
There you go.
You talking
I
shit?
mean,
As you were saying.
at least I know we can't monetize this now.
You're fine.
You
You're
can just cut
fine.
that out.
I'll
You just
cut
cut
it
Yeah,
that
out.
out.
I'll do this instead.
Well, no, I never got a strike on my last video when you put that in there, so we're perfectly fine.
Cool.
Not big enough to get a strike. Let's be honest.
Well,
Exactly.
That is true.
that's very true.
And
We got to
sad.
be cautious of what we put because if we do get bigger and they go back on these videos, yeah, we can get strikes.
I can always just
galore.
go back and edit to to where it's a beep. I can just beep it out. Don't worry.
Be very nice. It's gonna be very funny.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be very enjoyable too.
back to the topic of heroes. Can I do mine real quick? I'm only gonna do the one.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
Yeah,
my-
go.
Oh Christ!
Who?
Jesus Christ! My room is cloudy. Hold on.
Uh, This is why you don't vape too much,
The
kids.
man's hotbox in his room.
This is why you don't take kids.
As I continue taking over here. Anyways, the guy I was gonna do is Douglas Ramsey of Earth 616.
Douglas Ramsey.
His hero name or his full name is Douglas Aaron, quote unquote Doug Ramsey, and his alias is Cipher.
Cipher. I think I've heard this before.
The other aliases he not goes by but has been called are Douglock, Soul Friend, Soft Boy, and True Friend.
Soft boy.
Yeah. He was affiliated with quite a few people. The Quiet Council of Krakoa, New Mutants, formerly with the X-Men, Sword Bearers of Krakoa, the X Factor, several industries on Earth 616, Cyclops' X-Force, the Halions, Selena's Undead Mutant Army, whole list of places. And he has a father and mother who are still alive, Philip Ramsey and Sheila Ramsey, and a wife named Bay, B-E-I.
Huh.
Physical characteristics, he's a male, he is 5'9", so taller than me, and he weighs 150 pounds. His eyes are blue, and his hair is blonde.
Huh.
So I'm gonna go powers first, and then go over history for him, brief history. He has technically only one power.
What is it?
Omnilingual translation.
I'm sorry.
So he's a hyper linguist.
You can speak any language.
Yeah, pretty much. He can. It goes further beyond that, as I'll get to in a second. But he can translate any languages, spoken or written, human or alien in origin. And his skills extend to a great facility in deciphering codes and computer languages, as well as understanding hidden intentions in body languages.
Really?
His skills are such that he was once able to make great headway in translating a written language of extraterrestrial races in a matter of minutes. His mutant talent for translating differs from the ability of that of a human of genius filled, in that both can get to the same spot, but the person who is the normal human who is translating needs to be pretty much an expert in that field, whereas Cypher doesn't need to. His power works on a subconscious level, so he's able to do all the translations without having to think for it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, his brain takes leaps of logic to get to where he wants to in the form of what language he wants to translate. He subconsciously solves problems and can reach any solution of language by means that appear as loops of logic. And even if he's not consciously aware of the entire process.
So you're saying he bullshits it?
For the longest time, that was it. Well, yes and no. His brain auto does it for him, essentially. Like, you know that thing I told you where, like, if it's really windy or if it's, like, really strong water, I can subconsciously correct my stepping so I don't fall? He does that with language.
Huh.
It's like when that new Teen Titans, when Starfire kisses a different person with a language and just learns that language.
Oh,
yeah, so he doesn't have to do that. His brain can
that's
just
the closest I can relate it to.
Yeah,
but
I guess think of it like
and more efficient.
Not having to think of like, oh, this translates to this. Just knowing, all right, this means this, means this, means this. All right, go.
Going back,
it's like being bilingual, fluently in both languages, but he does it with every language.
Shit. Going back for a second, that one Japanese guy from the
he's
Titans movie is one lucky son of a bitch.
All I can say is he's basically Google Translate on steroids.
No, he puts Google Translate to shame. Because his powers transverse farther than that, in the fact that Google Translate can only do so many languages, and it's gonna be incorrect a lot of places.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to look anything up. He can. He just knows, and he died, and he returned from death.
It's comics, they all do.
And doing that widened his perspective, so he sees everything now as interpreted information. So everything is a language to him now. Everything is a language. He can read information from technological components So, like, it's still to the point where he can look at a building and read the language of the building to see what the structural weaknesses of that building is.
Oh, I kind of understand now. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's so fucking strong. And
Yeah, you
So
want to
so
hear
so
about a
he's
character?
he can read
No, you got-
body language because that's a language.
he,
So he
it
knows
is
it.
a
So he can
so
tell people's true intents by how they hold themselves.
he can basically analyze and destruct everything around him and
Yes, because
figure out the
everything is
best
assisted by
solution.
his power. Yeah.
So
And
in other words, he is literally the perfect strategist.
yeah,
The-
but he has his
pretty
downfall.
much.
So he's trained in hand-to-hand combat since his resurrection, and his language powers extend to combat now, so he can read the movements of his opponent, making him able to interpret his opponent's moves as a language. And while this is
Oh,
decreasing
I know exactly where
combat
this is going.
efficiency, he the
He
thing
has
with it
trouble
is
dealing with opponents who are just wild.
no, he doesn't. The downfall
Oh,
is he possesses the normal human strength of a young man of his age, height, and build who engages in regular physical exercise. On the power grid,
that
which the power grid for anybody who
he's
doesn't
weak
know
as
is a
fuck.
Marvel's way of like grading mutants based on a set variety of factors. His intelligence is 6, strength is 2, speed is 2, durability is 2, energy projection is like the ability to produce or project energy is 1, which is like I think normal, and his fighting skill is a 4.
so,
So he doesn't have super strength, but he's very, very, very smart. That's actually one of his listed abilities is gifted intelligence.
I'm trying to remember how you view all that stuff for mutants.
it
It's
just
based on a number of things. And his
it's so
he has
weird.
one weakness,
What's that?
and
I'm
it's the
curious.
dumbest weakness I've heard.
Needles, donuts.
No, even stupider.
Oh God,
I'm stupid.
it's a
His
ladybug.
weakness is internet addiction. So after he tried to use his powers to decode the entirety of the internet, he became addicted to being online, and he let himself go and almost starved because he couldn't stay away from the numerous devices he was using to surf the web.
Oh God, he
Oh
He
became a
my
acted like an
YouTuber.
God,
addict and even pilfered a corpse once to get a phone with internet access.
Ah,
that's insane. That's kind of that
Yeah.
sucks.
that's sad.
To have
What sucks about
one
it
of the
is he
strongest
merged with
abilities
just
and
addicted to
then
being on
just
his phone.
let yourself go to a weak weakness.
Hey, Superman, look, a rock.
I was gonna say.
So he has
Yeah.
I hate you.
Warlock, which he merged with Warlock, and when he did, he could use them to form armor, blasters, and connect with machinery. And that's pretty much the only like weaponry he's had.
So he became a little bit stronger.
Yeah. Uh, and when he merged with them, or when Warlock perished, after Cyclops' death, but was resurrected with Ramsey's memories, he was noted as or called Douglock, a mix between his first name Douglas and Warlock.
Douglock.
And the other trivia is in his death in New Mutants issue number 60, it was heavily influenced by fan reception. So people wanted him to die. Marvel got letters stating from fans that they hated him, and they never got a letter from people saying how much they liked him until he was dead. There has
That
also been a
sucks.
write-in campaign for lots of readers who hated him throughout and thought he was boring and wanted us to get rid of him. Preferably, they wanted him dead. That was by Simon or Lewis Simon, one of the I guess writers for him. And he also cited that the artist disliked the character because he wasn't fun to draw and just stood around and hid behind trees during fights.
Oh God.
But I love
How
his
can you
power.
just
That is
say
the
that
really
about a
cool.
character though? Like that's
I'd love to have that. Just like, oh, what? I can read any language. All right, good.
dude, that's just so much knowledge in the literally.
Also, to me, he looks pretty cool. Like his character design looks not half bad. He looks a bit like a
Dude,
pretty
I was
boy, but
looking at it and
much.
it's nice. It actually really is nice.
Personally,
I
I
like
still would
him-
want like the Taskmaster power because I mean it's kind of like the same thing. almost, right?
Taskmaster, yes. No, Taskmaster is he can learn anything. Cypher doesn't learn anything. He just knows it.
I'd rather learn it myself, honestly, but that's more of a pride thing.
Well, I mean, even that Taskmaster doesn't learn it himself. He just watches it and has that almost, I think, eidetic memory.
Oh, okay.
So once he sees it once, he can replicate the action. I believe it's like a form of
Honestly,
high muscle memory.
I still prefer John Constantine. But I mean, like, it's just hard to compete with, in my opinion.
That's
doesn't make
fair.
enough sense, yeah.
Taskmaster's ability is photogenic reflexes. It enables him to watch
Yes.
another person's physical movements and duplicate them without practice, no matter how unique or complex the movement might be.
Huh.
But he cannot duplicate feats that require superhuman strength or other superhuman attributes. So he can't lift like a ton like a superhuman could, but if he sees someone do like triple backflip or does any anime fighting kicks, he could do those. So he could do Mikey's kick from Tokyo Revengers.
Yes,
Or
very
Itadori's
easy to
triple
do,
kick.
if I might add.
Or Rock Lee's hurricane kick.
Probably with not as much strength, but that's okay.
I wonder if he could do what's that helicopter kick from Street Fighter.
Bro, he could do Tommy Oliver's fucking bicycle kick through the air.
Honestly, though, I mean, Taskmasters is so versatile too,
Yeah.
because the ability
Yeah.
to learn any weapon, any fighting style
Just from looking
And use
at
it-
someone do it.
at will
Yeah.
is nice as well.
But his
yeah,
only
that was the
downfall
main
is
guy I wanted to do.
people who are too spontaneous, who
Sure,
change
well,
up their
that's-
fighting style all the time. Because like, what? Remember his fight with Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yes,
Was that him?
well,
Or was it somebody else?
He got absolutely destroyed because Deadpool kept changing his moves once Deadpool figured out what his power was.
Then again, Deadpool can break his arm and use his arm as a bat. So that's
Exactly.
kind of
His weakness is
the-
anyone who's spontaneous in their fighting style. Smoothly swap
no,
between different
Deadpool.
fighting styles with like no hesitation.
Deadpool is just hard to kill.
Well, then he's
And
also,
you know that.
I think
Deadpool's-
after he got his powers, became a master artist. Dude knows so many different fighting styles. Like actually knows a lot of
if-
fighting
He
styles.
probably just got bored, in my opinion. I mean, I would. How are you going to stay alive in that long and just not learn something? And
I wonder what his mutant like level stuff is. Yeah, no, he's
too
not a
damn high, I would
That's
assume.
right. He's not a mutant, so his powers aren't really on this. He is.
I feel like Smartest is at like a level that surpasses all levels.
Oh, this is a Deadpool fan site. Fuck that shit. I want to go to the actual like site. Let's see here. Whoa, powers and abilities. Well, he has breaking the fourth wall. We all know that. Every
Yeah.
there.
Isn't there
Foreign
like a
chemical
technical name for
resistance.
breaking the fourth wall?
I don't know. Foreign chemical resistance, disease immunity, telepathic immunity. That is true because
Hold up, I wouldn't say he's telepathically immune. I'd say
Well,
more that
technically he is
got
because
that
of
type
how-
to read his
how
mind
much-
is fucked.
yeah, because what's it called? He has so many thoughts and just personalities through his head constantly that
I
anyone who
wouldn't call
does
that
try to
immunity.
treat
I
his,
call that being mentally fucked.
yeah, which grants him natural immunity to telepathic
No, because
attacks.
immunity would mean that he cannot be telepathically read. He can be, but anybody who does is gonna die. Or go insane like the Venom symbiote.
Yeah. Peak human strength. Yeah, that is true. Superhuman stamina, superhuman agility, reflexes.
Can he
Master
summon
martial
something with the hammer
artist.
space?
A master assassin, skilled linguist, medium awareness.
That makes sense.
and that his whole fourth wall stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some people speculate possibly as a result of his mental state. He is aware that he's fictional and is in a comic book.
Oh yeah, no, he's very depressed because he knows that no matter what happens, he's in the comic.
Yeah, like he's very self-aware.
Didn't you say that was what the Joker had?
The Joker is super
No,
sane.
yes. So he's so sane. Practically
He knows that he's in
insane.
a comic and that anything he does doesn't matter because it's a comic. And in the end, isn't that just the biggest joke of all? Knowing that no matter what you do, it doesn't matter, so you kill everybody, and then it gets
That's
reset.
insane. I never knew that about Joker.
Yeah, that's why. What's it called? Um, what character is it? The Batman Who Laughed. His strongest version, fucking the Darkest Knight, became into existence because it was. So the Batman Who Laughs is Batman and the Joker mixed together because it takes place
It's the Batman
on
and the
Earth
Joker super
negative
love child.
22. Yeah, it takes place on Earth negative 22 where Joker went on a killing spree in Gotham and murdered a lot of kids' parents so that Batman would just do something for once.
Batman had to adopt a lot of kids that night.
Will like push him to his limit, and it drove Batman to the point to where he killed the Joker by snapping his neck.
Do you remember
Which-
how?
Yes.
Do you remember how the Batman Who Left killed Superman?
What's it called? He lured him into lured him somewhere and used what's it called?
He lured him to the watchtower.
One of the stones. One of the
Yeah, so he lured him and John into a cell.
he made him kill his kids.
in there and made him kill. No, he threw
Lois
a piece of black
and his-
kryptonite into a cell, had him kill Lois, then
And his
had
child.
him and John fight each other till Superman died, and he kept John as a pet.
Yeah, well, because what happened was he had Superman kill Lois and his child because in that kid.
You're cutting out so much.
Yeah.
Oh, am I?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, I don't know when it's back, but what's it
Well,
called?
real quick before Jackal continues, the other one I was gonna do was Forget Me Not, but I can do him another day. I just want to do Cypher because I really like Cypher.
No, you're cool. You're cool.
Cypher
Let's
is
continue with that because I want to know more about that actually.
He actually it kind of is like what you said because I have to go back to the Batman because it's been a while since I've seen his stuff. But yeah, no, the way Superman died in Earth negative 20 is he had it's just like I said, lured him to
Cutting out again. While Jackal's getting himself fixed up, let me just say this real quick, guys. The last time I looked at my subscriber count, I was at 17. We're now at 18. Woo!
Hell yeah.
hey, we'll take it.
Also, I posted some in the chat. I'm thinking about getting that for her birthday.
I gotta beep that out now. Okay, that is adorable.
That's adorable. What
No,
is
no giant.
that
6
looks
foot
like
croc?
a mini body pillow.
It does, and it's only. I think it says. Yeah, it says it's 20 inches long.
Yeah. Okay, I found it right here. So pretty much this is the point of the Batman becoming the Batman who. So pretty much after 2 days after he murdered Joker, Batman talked about something he did about killing the Joker, and how Batman felt no guilt because of the Joker venom now in his system, which took effect pretty much right away. He pretty much told him nothing was wrong, and then I think a day later after that whole talk, he gathered Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Red Robin, all into the Batcave, or they're all training, and he all got them together to talk about something, which they started talking about like him killing the Joker, and then all of a sudden, he turns around and shoots all of them with 2 Uzis by the looks of it.
Yeah, they were 2 Uzis, and they were
2
filled with bullets that could pierce their suits. I think.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
Because their suits are like bullet resistant.
yeah, and killed all of them. And he then convinced his son, him with the intentions to become
Cutting out
the
again.
new Robins. This is some bullshit.
Yeah, when you got to the point where you said son, it cut out. I heard son got Robins.
He convinced his son Damian Wayne, the one he had with the demon girl.
Robin.
The newest
Colorado.
Robin. Yeah, the newest Robin. Turned him into the Robins that you see now with Batman. Who I can't remember what they're called. They're called something.
What?
They're like something. Rabid Robins. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Because
cool.
they're literally just insane. Like they have primal instincts and only listen to the Batman Who Laughs with their father. But yeah, so and a week
That's insane.
after Joker's death, so pretty much 3 days after he killed Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Red Robin, he decided to kill the whole Justice League. He synthesized a strain of black kryptonite and used it against Supergirl to drive her insane, killing her family before killing her. Like
I feel
he
like he
made
wouldn't need to do that with
yeah,
Supergirl because like she's already kind of fucked.
yeah, but she's also still as strong as Super.
Yeah, but she's fucking stupid and she's a Red Lantern. I don't like
Yeah,
Supergirl. Not because she's a girl. I don't like the character and how she's written.
yeah, but yeah, he drove her insane and had her kill her family and then killed her.
Wasn't it
And
stated that
then
Supergirl was stronger than Superman? Or am I reading that wrong?
Probably.
I can't remember.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's like,
She's either as strong or stronger.
I don't like the
called-
character. I just don't like
But
how the
here's
character's written.
Superman's death. I'm gonna read this verbatim. He cornered Superman by releasing a kryptonite-infused gas into the air and stated that he didn't want to hold back anymore. Bruce then brought Clark's wife Lois and his son John before him, and told the Man of Steel to lie to his family that everything would be okay, which Clark refused. Bruce tossed the shard of black kryptonite at the Kryptonians and watched as his father and son went crazy and ripped Lois apart before they killed each other.
Yeah.
Ooh,
As such,
That's
Bruce's
insane.
transformation into the Batman Who Laughs was finished. Yeah, pretty much his deed was having both Superman and his son killed their wife slash mother,
and wife.
own
That's
family. Yeah,
insane.
and then they fought each other, his own son, and then killed each other.
That's honestly just
Yeah.
messed up.
But with his but with the way this is, the Batman Who Laughs, with how smart he was because of Batman's brain, and then the super sane sanity of the Joker mixed together made him omnipotent. Pretty much made him so self-aware that he realized that there's a whole universe of dark worlds, and there's this one guy or whatever that he could use to his advantage called Barbados.
Yeah.
But that's a whole another story because that has to get into dark matter at that point.
Yeah. I
Oh,
get
dude,
that.
That's a whole nother story.
Do I want to spend
and we all
$60
have characters that can just speak so much depth.
God.
It's insane.
All right. Well, before anything else, guys, we've been talking for about an hour 13, and I gotta cut out at least maybe 10 minutes of BS. You guys want to call it and start a new episode, or you guys want to just keep going for a little while?
Well,
I'm gonna
we
call
can
it.
just keep
I work
going and,
tomorrow, so
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, we could just call it. I have to wait for you to think
All right, I
before I
understand.
ask my question.
All right. Well,
It's
guys, give out
okay.
your closing thoughts, and then we'll cut the episode.
Where's my favorite?
all I'm gonna say is I'd rather fight Cypher than anyone else on the list.
I'd rather fight none of them because I will get my ass handed to me no matter.
No,
Cypher.
you know how you defeat Cypher? Give him a give him a smartphone. Like, here, go over there.
Oh, that is fair. Just give him video.
Exactly.
I'll just make a new friend. That's what would end up happening. I'll make a new video game buddy.
Fucking Jack will
Constantine,
be
I
over
give
here.
him
Yo,
just
let's go play fucking Destiny.
yeah. Constantine, give him $20 and just say, "Here, just go get some beer, cigs, and just have some fun."
Dude, cigarettes are expensive now. I'm glad I stopped. But
For real though.
glad I stopped cigarettes. It's vape.
Anyway, so with that being said, guys, kids. Okay, with this final message, kids don't smoke. Anyway, wait, hold on a second. Am I even mute? Okay, no, I'm still good. Sorry. With that being said, guys, this is Broken Soul saying, "May your souls be ever bright." Love you guys. Bye. You guys.